Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Sailing Nikau. Well, where are we, honey?
We are home. We are here
Actually
in
at our
house.
home. This is our tapa cloth that we bought in
Vavau.
Vavau. And you know what? At the end of this episode, we want you guys to hear from the kids a little bit and from the family. What's it like being home for a week? What's going on emotions-wise? But right now, where are we?
Well, right now we're at home, but we're going to take you right now on video to our first night at anchor out of the Bay of Islands.
We've left the marina and we're going to take you down the coastline of New Zealand. It's a crazy ride, and then we'll talk to you soon from our home here at Waihi Beach.
Don't look back. Just save the best to last. I never wanted to be sorry. I only wanted to be free. Oh, don't think twice. Made the right advice.
We are just so keen to get home. It's cold. I don't have to take you guys out in summertime because this is ridiculous. We're doing an overnighter all the way to Tauranga. It's about 180 miles. We're going to be in at a slack tide tomorrow afternoon at about 1 o'clock. Too cold, guys, I'm real sorry, and we just want to get home, want to see the family. It's just really pumped. We're so stoked to be here in New Zealand, to be going home. Kids can't wait. Woke up this morning to a pros and cons list of why we should be leaving this morning, and so we're doing it. Left nice and early. We've left our friend's boat back there. We'd sailing all around the world with them. Have to say goodbye. It's a little bit sad, but like I said, we're pretty excited about where we're headed. It's been a crazy day hammering down the east coast of New Zealand. Forecast for 20 knots, come up to 25 knots, but heavily reefed. We were going to go all night, but we're not now, so good news, you get to see a little bit of Great Barrier. We're going down to the bottom of Great Barrier Island. We're going to be there at dusk, and hopefully I can get some shots just before the sun goes down. Get up 4 a.m. in the morning and head on down to the entrance at Mount Longanui and get in at the marina. We've got to be in the marina on a slack tide. So 7 p.m. that night, we should be in.
When my nervous system has healed, I stabilize myself and lower this tiny shield. Don't pretend that you've sunk my...
Amy's enjoying the fact that she can download. What are you watching, honey? Movies. Are you downloading on Netflix?
I've already downloaded.
Jazz is asleep in bed, tucked up on one side. As you can see, we've got no pets. They are still in quarantine. It's going to be another 2 weeks. Bella and David huddled up like two siblings should be. I'm really bored. It's just ridiculously cold. New Zealanders are just nuts about sailing. I mean, we're slightly mad. It's 30 knots apparent wind right now. We're going into wind. There's a guy who's coming downwind, but he must be in like a 15-foot little trailer sailor. He's coming to Great Barrier for the night. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Does that mean we're insane? Because we're out in this too.
We're not in a tiny little boat.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's still scary.
I don't know if you can see that, but now crazy dude has gone wing on wing. That's when both sails are on both sides. You really risk doing a jibe, a crash jibe. And in these sort of conditions, if you crash dive, you could capsize something like that. And I don't want to be saving anyone out here in these conditions. It's way too dangerous. And it's cold. You end up in the water here, you've got hypothermia in like 10 minutes. Just get around this point and then we can turn down a little bit. When you turn down off the wind, everything gets a little bit easier, but we're only turning down about 10 degrees and we've got about an hour to go. Can drop anchor and I've got a beautiful roast chicken cooking in the oven. You know I do, because we love nice food. Good news, I think that little crazy boat has made it, and this is Great Barrier that you can see. It is beautiful. It's an amazing spot. Inside is Fitzroy Harbour, so protected, lots of great little places to go and visit, and out here on this edge is just teeming with fish life.
Behind me we've got a gannet colony. It's just covered in white and the beautiful seabirds. And you see them diving for fish all the time. It's a pretty incredible sight.
I feel sick.
You feel real sick, eh?
Yeah. It's crazy down here.
Do you normally get seasick?
Yeah.
You do? Look, I know that. It's for our viewers.
Yes.
Tell people what it's like on passage.
It's basically a sick house. It's gross.
It is not. What do you mean?
And
Well, nobody throws up.
Sometimes we do.
Oh, like once or twice in 3 years.
Boring.
Yeah. It's really boring and rocky, and Dad says they can't go down upstairs.
You're pretty keen to get home now, eh?
Yes. Yeah, I can't believe they wanted to make this trip a day
Do you
longer.
actually want to go back to normal school?
No, not at all.
What do you want to do instead?
Homeschool.
Okay. But you're not going to do that, right?
I want to.
What? Why am I going to put you in school?
I don't know, you have to ask Dad.
You mean I have to ask? That's a good question. Why am I going to put them in school? I just want to make sure that they continue to be challenged. They're like, I don't want to go to school. I'm like, well, it's probably going to be the best thing for you then. I just think kids need to be challenged. If they don't like it, it's just going to stretch their character. You know, as long as it's good for them, as long as they're learning, as long as they're not getting, you know, emotionally beaten up or something, it's great. It's good. You guys are glad, right? That we're stopped?
Yeah.
See, they're over it. They want to go all night long. There's no way.
No way.
It's not very nice out there.
It's horrible out there, isn't it, David?
Dangerous.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
Alright. Oh, goodness. Yes. That is, oh, that's so hot. Ow.
You need the oven mitts.
That is exactly what you want. Oh man, that's hot.
After a day like we've had.
You've been freezing your butt off.
It's a big chicken.
Yes.
That's a good chicken, eh? 6 in the morning, I'm pretty sure. It's really early. And we are getting up and we're going to Tauranga today. We are going home. But it's meant to be really wavy and really windy out there, so we're really worried.
What do you have for breakfast, Naomi?
We're having crumpets and coffee, everything we can do to get ourselves awake.
Crumpets are like an English thing, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll show you. Here we go. Should pop the toast. Lovely little crumpet.
Oh, yum. You brown that puppy up.
Yep.
All the butter goes into the hole.
And you put butter.
It's cold, mate.
Freezing.
Got the Jenny running so we can run. What's the name of Horace?
Beef.
Horse gump.
Beep. I don't know. We haven't come up with a name really.
Horace beef.
Okay.
Horse gump.
It's beef.
Show you up here. Like Naomi said, it's pretty early. The sun's just coming up. Oh, letting out all the hot air, mate. So we dropped amongst the mooring field last night just to get out of the wind, and now we're all tangled in moorings, but that's all good. You just up anchor really slow and they'll pop off just like coral.
Morning is coming around. You're about to leave. How am I to feel? Let's just keep it real. Sparks and
All sails up now, baby.
Yeah. It's good sailing, but it's cold. But it's beautiful.
What do you got? How much wind?
I've only got 12 true, but it's 15 apparent, and I'm going 8.4 knots.
And the mainland's just totally sheltering us from the waves, right?
Yeah, it's flat sea. It makes beautiful sailing.
It's the best type of sailing. Lots of wind. Well, not too much, but flat
Just
seas.
enough.
Means how fast are we going?
8 knots.
8 knots and 12 knots worth of wind. Woo.
Take your things and go away. Do nothing, come back again. I'm okay, I'm on my way. My way, my way. I don't want to waste your time. You can go and live your life. I am fine, I'm on my way. My way, my way. Many times I promise not to walk away, but you lie and let me alone in my bed. You will never share, don't come back again. Don't come back. I do know that you want me lately. You do know that you just walk away. I do know that you want totally. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I do know that you want me lately. You do know that you just walk away. I do know that you want totally. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Take your things and go away. Do nothing, come back again. I'm okay, I'm on my way. My way, my way. I don't want to waste your time.
Jazzy, we made it.
We did.
This is Paul from Ceriso.
He's
Come all the way from Europe with us.
Yeah, I know.
Just happened to see us cruising by.
Pretty cool.
And we got all of the family. Yeah, come on board if you want to.
Everybody came.
You guys are welcome to come and check it out if you want.
Yeah. And we're here. Woo!
And that's the end of that. Let's catch up with the family and see what it's like. Bella, you've been at home. What's it like? Good things, bad things?
It's very nice. I'm very enjoying this house. I really love the workshop downstairs. It's full of Dad's power tools. This new drill, it's like the plug-in one. It just goes so fast. It's unbelievable. And I'm actually going to a market someday soon. I think it's the 22nd in Katikati, where I get to sell all my jewellery and homemade gifts. So that's really cool.
Cool. So if you're in town, check that out. And what about bad things? What's difficult for you being at home again?
Well, it's a little bit sad not having everybody around all the time. Like, on the boat, we just would hang out, like, all the time. I miss spearfishing and free diving and just being in the water a lot. So I often go down to the beach here, where it's really cold, but it's really nice still.
It's lovely to have a big room and be able to walk around. There's lots of space. I can decorate finally, like on the boat, there's no room for decorations whatsoever. I didn't think it would be really difficult, but it's been really lonely. On the boat, every lunch, every dinner, every day we were spending with our friends, Bogue and Elysian and Ibis, and they were always around, and we just find, even at home with our family, you never see anyone. Like we always, every morning we end up on Mum and Dad's bed going, what are we doing today? And all cuddling up together in the lounge at dinner time, and the cat is always meowing looking for people because we just can't find anyone anymore.
Used to small spaces, eh?
Yeah, we're not used to having so much room, not seeing anyone.
It's awesome. I've got to say, the excitement of being in New Zealand and the novelty of things like getting all our favourite foods from the supermarket, the shine of that is wearing off really quick, which is a bit scary. It's all becoming very normal very quickly, and we're taking things a bit too much for granted already. There's a lot of jobs to do. We're back in full swing, and a lot of catching up jobs to do.
Got to work, got to earn money.
Got to earn money, settling back in and figuring out what we're doing, and all the admin. There's so many jobs to do, and it just feels like every day is full of jobs, and there's not so much time to just have some fun together.
It's in your face a lot more than on a boat, eh?
Yeah, just even trying to find time for a walk on the beach is hard now, and we used to just do that every day. There was so much downtime on the boat, and I'm really missing that. And our friends, like Naomi said, being close to all our friends, it's just so easy to hang out, whereas at home you have to organise it. You have to schedule a coffee date a week in advance, and it's just a lot harder to see your friends.
Organised.
Everybody's busy though. Everybody's busy.
Everybody
doing
is
stuff,
crazy
including
busy.
us now, and that's just the way it is in our Western culture, unfortunately.
What about for you, David? What's it like being home, mate?
It's really nice because I can always like go for walks and things, and I've been loving doing veggie gardens that I couldn't do on the boat because they'd just die from the salt and stuff. But it is a little annoying because our friends aren't always right around us. Like they're not, you can't just see them all the time. You can't just kayak over.
You know, I think for me, well, the cool thing about getting back here into New Zealand is it's a bucket list thing ticked off. We wanted to sail around the world. We wanted to spend this time with our kids. Kids were going to leave home. You know, our eldest daughter, she's in her last year of school. We wanted to make the most of it, and we did. We'll never regret it. It's the best thing we've ever done, and we can celebrate that. We're still celebrating it. We're absolutely loving it. I think for me, the hardest thing is how do I top that? I mean, what we've done is the most incredible thing I can even imagine. I've been trying to imagine other things that we could do, and I can't. I can't imagine it short of space travel or something like that. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult going back to Nikau now. We've got to clean her out. We've got to sell her. A few of you have been asking, what are we doing? Well, we're going to sell her. We will be buying a new boat in the future, maybe in the Mediterranean or something like that. We'll be keeping Nikau, like I've said on this episode, for at least a few months to show you guys around New Zealand, hopefully, unless she sells really quick. But this is our last episode for a little while, so this is us kind of signing out. We really love you guys. It's been a privilege to be able to help some of you onto the water and answer some of your questions and show you the world. It's been so cool for our family and friends that have been watching this. It's just so cool to keep you in the loop about what we're doing. Why did we do this? It was kind of for our own record, but it was also to bring you guys around the world as well. And so I hope you've appreciated it. I know a lot of you have. And I know some of you haven't, and that's okay. Just delete your posts. Keep tuned in to Sailing Nikau. In a few months, summer is going to hit, and you are going to love it. We're going to show you New Zealand, the Bay of Islands, Great Barrier Island, this whole Coromandel Peninsula, lots of diving, lots of fishing. It's going to be exploring to the max. That's coming up in a few months on Sailing Nikau.
Despite how you feel, I've been keeping you